Hey everyone, Guest 273 here, coming at you with a surprise Tuesday stream. I bet you weren't expecting that now, were you? So, long story short, I had a free day today. I did some things I had to do in the very morning. Well, mostly waiting for things to happen. And now I am free, and I was like, you know what, since we're still playing the smaller maps from Shadow of Death, I might as well stream one of them, so we can reach the bigger maps sooner, because for those ones I have to put in those, 6 to 8 hours, and I really enjoy those bigger maps. So anyway, let me test the audio quality on YouTube and on Twitch, just to make sure that things are a-okay. So maybe let's start, like as always, on Twitch. Surprisingly hasn't loaded in for me, which is unusual. Audio test 1 2 3, audio test 1 2 3, audio test 1 2 3. Alright, and that is a very good audio test. I'll give YouTube an audio test 4 5 6 maybe. Audio test 1 2 3. Alright, and that is a very good audio test. Alright, and YouTube is also sounding fine. I have some notifications. Oh. Ooh, Cesarus might be online. He might jump in on the stream, or in the comments rather. Since I got a notification that he replied to my comment. Well, we'll see if that happens or doesn't happen. But what will happen is I'll play a single player scenario. And it is going to be none other than the Mysterious Island. Did that get put in for everyone in one of the hot updates? I do wonder, but hey, we'll figure that one out a bit later. But for now, we have to delve into, here it is, 3-player map where you can play as two of the one of the two colors. So for months it has been raining. The excess water has washed away most of your land and separated your kingdom. Now 2 other factions have risen up to take control of what was once yours. This uprising shall not be tolerated. You must take control of your land once again. And it is a 3-player free-for-all. And I was thinking, you know what? It says that the land has flooded and the water has washed away the land. So I was like, let's play a faction that has access to a shipyard. I thought about playing maybe one of the heroes who have navigation, and there's a way. Well, you know them. But then I was like, let's just play a. Wait, am I playing? Oh yeah, I am playing on the pumpkin patch. Hold up, I have to very quickly. Hold on, that's not what I wanted to do. I have to very quickly. Let's just have the base game. One very cool feature of the pumpkin patch is that you can depatch yourself at the click of a couple of buttons. So I just have to find it. I apologize for that. That was not intended at all. Would have been wild if I realized it in the middle of the game. Yeah, I'm getting the newer version, and hold up. How do I... Okay. And now I just should restart the game. Well, might as well do a new intro, right? Play with the pumpkin patch is the best. Come on, guessed why? Well, I want to play the base game maps with the base game. Is this... Wait. Is it still in the pumpkin patch? Can I just like pick random... Oh. Yeah, wait, it didn't downpat, it didn't like... Hold up. Did I mess it up? I just clicked on the uninstaller. Am I being a big silly dummy at the moment? Oh, wait, hold up. Of course I launched it from the same launcher. And that's the problem. This... Boom. We click play. Oh gosh. But why? Why would you do such a thing, game? That was ear-deafening loud. That is a backup folder. Hold up. I think we have successfully. I also made the backup folder. That's why it took so long. We should be set to go. We are set to go. So, I can't believe actually the... Hold up. Well, the new client being super duper loud is kind of threw me off. Good old Heroes 3. The music volume, even on 5%, is like too big for the human mind to comprehend. Anyway, who was I playing? I was playing as the Nagash. That's right. So it uninstalled correctly. Yeah, I just needed to open the launcher again. Yeah, for some reason didn't think about that. Anyway. For months it has been raining. The excess water has washed away most of your land and separated your kingdom. Now two other factions have risen up to take control of what was once yours. This uprising shall not be tolerated. You must take control of your land once again. And Nagash is gonna be the one to take back the land. I thought it would be really cool. I haven't played with Necropolis in quite a bit. I thought it's a smaller map, so playing a navigation specialist would be a waste. And I was like, you know what, let's play with some of the heroes I don't usually get to play with, and I thought Nagash would be fine for that. So, yeah, let's jump right into it. For the past several months, it has been raining continuously. All the rain has flooded the lands, causing your kingdom to fracture. The peasants reacted very quickly to this, and the two other factions have risen up in a very short period of time. Their intention is a simple one: to make your kingdom theirs. You must stop these factions from succeeding. Alrighty. And yeah, the starting artifact, starting bonus is an artifact because I thought it's gonna be the least impactful one. So, Thane, so we have a tower, we have a castle, and we have Mr. Nagash, the Necropolis man. What can Nagash tell us about himself? Nagash was a powerful wizard before sacrificing himself to an eternal life as a lich. He owns much land, though most of it now lies within the desolate borders of Deja. Oh, so this man's lore is actually perfect. His land was fractured by a flood, so now he's trying to get it back. And yeah, this necromancer actually starts with not only 350 gold as a bonus every day, like as a specialty, but intelligence, so you can cast... Oh, we have a mage guild. I think he starts with protection from air because it's a level 2 spell. Wasn't expecting to see spells there, and our starting bonus is going to be less useful for the undeads. So we might see, who do we have? Yeah, we actually have a mage guild with some pretty decent spells. I was not aware that that is the case, so that is very, very cool. We can build everything except the shipyard. This town is not near water, thankfully. And Septiana, as well as Ingham, are two hit options. So we could scholar over the Death Ripple very quickly. So only the green and gold dragons are good. Red and black dragons serve Nyan, and bone and ghost dragons are the vile creations of the necromancers. Very interesting lore. So the first question is always, do you leave the army, do you take it with you? That usually depends on if you think you can take a fight. I think I can take a fight with 6 wraiths and magic arrows, to be honest. I would be looking for some gold to start out with. Okay, we see a chest. And we also see a scholar. I'm thinking of picking up the scholar, as well as, ooh, some automatons. Oh wait, there's a gold mine here. Can't really do those immediately. So yeah, let's take the scholar. You notice a university scholar. Well, ballistics is not something I would usually take, but the map is small and we have 2 opponents, so I would assume we are gonna be, you know, if we're mating Nagash, we're gonna actually be using it. Gonna take the 1000. Oh, damn it, and it wants to level up the ballistics instead of one of the other 2 good skills. Well, sure thing. Not gonna take diplomacy just yet. I think we need to get the gold to get the second hero going faster. And looks like we're blocked off by some serpent flies. So unfortunately it looks like we will... What is the... Hold on. Helm of the Heavenly Enlightenment. And yeah. Don't really see much gold. I think flagging the sawmill on the second turn, if we can't guarantee a second hero, is actually gonna be like a pretty good idea of what to do. So yeah, let's just do this, and wonder if we should leave the wood or we should take it. Let's take it, and actually it was a super big pile as well. Then I think Nagash can keep actually exploring here, and hopefully you can find something good. Well, I think this fight would be real easy with the Death Ripple. So yeah, we're kind of waiting for Septiana to pop off. And, oh, actually we already have a town hall built, right? Yeah. So, I think let's build into a marketplace. And then we can buy out Septiana and actually start clearing things with Nagash here. Due to all the rain, flooding has changed the terrain around your castle drastically. You are fairly sure the rain will have destroyed your shipyards and most, if not all, of your ships at the docks. You must search for a way to get to the other factions. This uprising must be stopped before it gets out of hand. I completely agree. Let us indeed stop it. Let us buy out Septiana. And, well, I think it's not cheap. And I think actually let's buy out all the skeletons as well. At least all the ones that we can. Then probably makes sense for her to visit the Learning Stone. And then a good question always, do we want more mana for her? Do we want her to be able to scholar more spells? I think we'll go for the scholar option. And yeah, we'll give away to Nagash everything that is not a single wraith. I think that should be fine, and then she can head back and actually collect the rest of these goodies. Maybe we'll start with the ones over here, because she can do some exploration. And then, do I actually want to fight the archers, or would I rather fight the serpent flies? Well, I think we'll actually rather fight the serpent flies, as we can get an access to a chest. 30 damage or 20 damage, but costs 10 mana. I think we know what we're going to be choosing. I think Mr. Walking then has to be with the body blocker. And do I actually want to spend the mana? I think I would actually save the mana. They get to move, they get to bully Mr. Walking Dead a little bit. That is fine though. I think we'll try a high roll. No, 2 or 2, I guess. Maybe we'll get rid of that stack. Yeah, so it couldn't really take retaliation. Then no reason not to get rid of 1 stack first. And we can beat down these serpent flies. Get back 1 skeleton for our troubles. Like the Sulfur Dune, and I think we will still take the gold for the time being, as we are exploring. Ooh, magic wall. Should have maybe used the mana, but I didn't know about that before. And some lizard men. It's quite interesting. So we would still need... I think we can build into the city hall and then not really worry about money too much. And yeah, probably we want to buy out Ingham for his army. We can give him the artifact, or like our starting artifact, and it should be good for him to also lead some armies. I think let's take the Cursed Temple first, and after that let's take the extra mana. I think the Imp Cache is gonna be a little bit too big for us to do, like immediately. And it looks like we're gonna be getting around using portals, so Septiana is quite happy to take these gems. And yeah, we didn't have ore before, but now we do. It's quite good, and actually there's more gold here. So yeah, we do wish to pick that up. Probably gonna be taking that treasure chest as experience. get some more mana. And Nagash has another fight with some unavoidable casualties here. Actually go in for 1 stacks. I wonder if... Okay, I have an idea. Oh, he can just reach. Okay. If he can reach, and I'm gonna be happy about that. Alright, we got back some skeletons. And we can keep on progressing forward. Orb of Inhibition. Not sure if that really helps me, but I should still take it, even if I don't plan on equipping it. Alright, and then our town. Sadly cannot build, sadly doesn't even have a graveyard. So yeah, the town was preset to have different things. So how much money am I making? 1350. This would be... Well, the chests are kind of like a big RNG factor. Do I go for the risky thing or do I go for the less risky thing? I think I'll go for the more risky thing and build a Tomb of Souls. Perhaps actually maybe a graveyard into estates. Or graveyard into a mausoleum. Could be better. You know what, let's take the cheaper option. Go for those Walking Deads. And we do see one more opponents running around. So, 700 gold. And decent sized chest. Check the size of that Naga bank, now we know. And what could Septiana do? Could Septiana do this fight? I think maybe if we had some rates, she could. This fight though is quite big. Even for... maybe actually with 3 death ripples is doable very easily. And we do actually have enough money for a city hall, which I think is going to be what I'm going to be building. Scholar is going to give us an attack skill. Chest is small, so I'll take the gold, because it's the better option. And yeah, Orb of Inhibition, these monks would be kind of annoying to fight at the moment. I'm kind of worried about missing out on some interesting things, but perhaps rallying an army on the 2nd week. Oh boy, how would I deal with these? Like, I definitely need to build maybe like liches and the citadel in the last, like, day 6, day 7. I would also need some more gold. This is not that bad. Whoop, I need to not have it equipped. This is not that bad with the magic arrows, but this is like 1 monk per magic arrow. So it's not like amazing either. Actually, get 7 monks. No, this would be... This fight would be much better if I actually indeed go for the liches first. So... Total recall, and have to decide where and how do we go and proceed. I think the fights in this order would make sense. Archers, then the lizardmen. Archers Septiana could do with her death ripple. And then we can get a defense skill and we can do the lizardmen, and then we can go for the automatons. Yeah, I feel like that actually makes sense. We can grab the mausoleum. And we should almost be making... Yeah, almost enough gold for a citadel, so if I have 150 left, I'm gonna have to sell one resource, but that's completely fine with me. And yeah, we can grab these resources, I suppose. And ooh, grab the Helm of Family Enlightenment, and also has 2 towns, plus they're the first ones that I see using a portal, so maybe I am a little bit cooked already, but let's hope that that's not the case. Wonder if the luck is gonna help me. So I'm gonna have to, yeah, death ripple twice essentially. That is my strategy for 20 points of damage. Does she get some bonus? Oh, 24 damage. It's a little bit, but it's not enough with 2 spell power. So we have to defend here, and they regenerate. Fantastic stuff. Death ripple again, and we can simply finish off the last guy, like so. one skeleton for our troubles. And also step aside so Nagash can visit that. And then I think leaving Septiana actually on one wraith again would be a good idea. So I could try to visit the imp cache just to see the size of it. Actually, maybe an imp cache with a death ripple, even if it's only 20 points, would be quite something as well. And then I could actually restore my mana on Nagash. Hold up, I think I'm cooking. So slot number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's do it like that. Quite minimal casualties, even for the AI. Well, I guess we should use that skeleton for retaliation taking. Boom. And then actually maybe a magic arrow might even be preferable. But then again, this is all of them. So let's actually do that. Do this. Then we can hit the bigger one. Yeah, so the smaller one. Okay. Actually, it was very fine. So, wisdom or intelligence. I think intelligence helps us a little bit more in this current moment. And we actually got some fine loot. And yeah, day 7, so we're gonna be building at the citadel. For more liches, that is gonna be my unit of choice. Sadly, Ingham did not get bought out. But I think it's a-okay. So, week of the Gopper, we have a new hero, and that new hero is Aislinn in the tavern. As well as Dace, but Dace is less exciting. He doesn't come with a necro army. So, yeah, let's restore our mana. I actually wonder about a few things. Number 1 is, can Septiana? Yeah, every hero can use the magic wall on the same day. That is beautiful. And then the second thing I was thinking about, can she remove the wood pile before we go into that fight? And she absolutely can. Septiana, you are a lovely, lovely lady. And yeah, we have everything we want on Nagash, which is just the rates, and he can death ripple multiple times. I hope this 3 doesn't ask for gold or gems. I hope it's a free one. Do you wish to retreat? But of course, we have some spells in our tool belt. Well, -1 wraith. Of course, morales can happen as well. Thankfully, not -2. And boom. Got 1 skeleton for our troubles. A free level up. And I think we kind of have to take earth magic. It's just pretty good for what it is. Do we level her up? Do we... Well, if she levels into like knowledge, we would rather know. And the chance between necromancy and wisdom, I think if we're building her into a mage, we will take the wisdom. We'll actually leave Nagash with the... Hold up. These are faster. It's quite funny actually, they have Necropolis has the like slowest troops in the universe. I could restore my mana in the town as well as visiting the windmill. Could keep developing my town. Necro Amplifier would be quite good. I mean, I kind of just want to buy out the liches, so I have to leave the money for that. Other than that, yeah, Necro Amplifier is always going to be useful for me. Then, I can also give away the units. And perhaps actually let's leave the Fountain of Youth. Nagash has quite a few movement points though, so we can probably hit up the windmill. Leave him like so. And then Septiana could either stand and wait for her ability to pick up gold. Or actually we can just... Yeah, I kind of forgot about this dwelling. Get 12 more skeletons in the fray. Really want to do these automatons. Thinking about what to build and what to not build. So this is the most important part of the puzzle, along with the magic arrow. We could take some pretty nasty casualties though. Let's actually develop the town further, and then in the next turn we can buy out as much as our money allows us to. Maybe getting Aislinn, both for his army and for another hero. Whoops. Merge these, merge that. That's pretty good. I am kind of drawn to the level 2 mage guild. What if there's a really good spell there? You know? What if there is a lightning bolt that would really help me with... Ooh, well... Ice bolt. Still pretty good. And what other units are useful? I think actually we would just be getting as many skeletons as we can at this point. Let's get the Fountain of Youth. Not for the morale, but for the movement bonus. Yeah, Sapiena learns all the spells, that's beautiful. And are we bringing everything into the battle? I think we actually are, but slot 2 for something like this, make these as 1 stacks, so just in case they detonate, we wouldn't be losing too much out. Aislinn can also stand here. And yeah, let's just do a little bit problematic fight. Quite heavy casualties from the AI side. I'm almost thinking is Death Ripple once. They're good. The Cloud doesn't do anything, sadly, because they are mechanical units. So this. Now that I'm putting my units together, but... Okay, so... I think Death Rippling once makes sense. And... They are... yeah, they have enabled their detonations, so they are now really problematic to deal with. I could double whammy this guy already. And then we could... magic down this guy with the magic. So... I would have to brawl down just one of them. So if I'm planning to use magic, I have to be careful. So, do this. Skeleton kind of has to wait. I don't want to... do too much. So, we could hit here, that would kind of be pretty sad. We could, of course, just do this, get rid of 2 of them, and then get rid of these 2. Okay, then, very beautifully, we can just move away the skeleton. Okay, very solid fight. Then, what I wanted to check is if Sapiena can reach this. No, but... Aislinn can, which is beautiful. Aislinn can flag the gold mine for us, and Aislinn can also get the gold pile for us. Nagash with the Fountain of Youth. I think we would be heading this direction. I want to see if this is faster. This is indeed faster, so beautiful thing which we can do is we can make Nagash a tiny bit faster by taking away his slower troops. Okay, that is indeed that. Then we could supply some more troops with the other 2 heroes. After a week of searching for a way to get to the others, you have given up. Your last chance will be the scouts. After sending the scouts on their way, you sit back and relax, waiting for their return. Well, I think you would get to them through the portals, no? At least I would hope so. Okay, anyway, Sapiena. Give back his fantastic units. Then, Nagash. Wonder if taking a war machine would be good. Technically, actually the first, not the first aid then, but the ammo cart. So, yeah, actually the ammo cart would give me another like slot for next to my shooter, which is quite good. Could use it to like I would have less spaces to cover on the battle map essentially. Then we can kind of set up a hero chain here, so Aisling will be giving the army to Septiana, Septiana would be giving it to Nagash. And what are we building in the town? That is a good question indeed. Could go for the unearthed graves, could go for the estate. I think the estate vampires are pretty decent units. Even if we usually do prefer the vampire lords. And then maybe for day 5 and 6, skeleton transformer and unearthed graves. These are very cheap builds. Let's take the flying units, of course. Let's take the skeletons, of course. And then, do we take the vampires? Do we take the walking deads? I think since we're walking around with the walking deads already, might as well give those. We got Scholared, good spell. Actually, we could Scholar the meteor shower if we got a little bit more. A little bit more experience on Septiana. Don't think that she can death ripple these monks down though, which is quite sad for me. So I have to actually set up a little bit differently the slower units here, and maybe these 1 stacks just in case, so we can block. Then 70. This is 1 to 2. This is just 1. The triple doesn't even kill one, so maybe we just shoot with a bolt, shoot with a shot. Ooh, got good luck. Maybe we can bait them into shooting. Nope. And they're just gonna be shooting the skeletons. That is kind of fine with me. Actually 20, 27, a bit too little for a death ripple, and I think I would rather actually conserve the mana. Ooh. Well, they got 1 wraith down, very good for them, but... And, ooh, offense would be interesting since most of our army is melee, but I think I have to take the necromancy. Otherwise it's not giving too much. So this is a 2-way portal. And yeah, we kind of have to just explore. Evil Eyes, a bit of an annoying fight. Serpent Flies. Serpent Flies would be easier in the sense that they would come to us and we can use our melee army. Evil Eyes would be like... I have to, you know... what's it called? I have to use magic on them. But they also have a chest behind them. Oh, there's also Dungeon Town Lost Hold. Maybe actually going for the Dungeon Town first. This is not a hero, is it? This is Thane. This is most definitely a hero. And Thane is looking quite powerful. I think actually we'll go for the Evil Eyes. Maybe if they attack Septiana, she can death ripple them. I kind of actually want to steal the resources that they could be taking. And yeah, ooh, Titan's Gladius. Now that's a pretty big one. Kind of a risky thing I'm doing. I'm gonna be fighting in a similar way that I took the previous fight. But yeah, this time I get to shoot first. 2 or... This is technically more mana efficient, but getting the Evil Eyes down first. There will be... Oh no, actually they changed their target. Now I think it's fine to Magic Arrow and shoot. And let's maybe with the skeleton. Yeah, they prefer to shoot the skeleton. Yeah, that's the sad reality. I think this 1 stack wouldn't survive. So we want to melee with the higher stat, but then one still died. So pretty problematic as a fight. And now the next one is also going to be a pretty sad and tough fight, as we are lower on mana. Actually, Thane has quite a lot of golems, but we could kite them with the liches maybe. Let's see what Thane does, and then we can figure out what we are doing. Could be a bit cooked if they decide to do things. Okay, Thane decided to go for more army. I think this fight would be really easy and give me some stats, but is that what I need? So if I get more than 1,000 experience, if I get the biggest chest, take that. Here, I actually think going for the town and then maybe building defenses in the town is preferable. Okay, really good victory. Oh yeah, and of course we have ballistics. You know what, maybe the Harpy will attack the Walking Dead, and that's gonna be good enough. What does this town have? This town has a lot of things, but not a citadel, not a tavern also. So we can't even buy like another hero for immediate reinforcements. Well, what this thing can do is go for the free level up, I suppose. What Septiana can do, sadly she's gonna be reduced down to just a single death ripple. Don't think we can actually like save her. Wonder what's the better option, to try to death ripple twice on this army. So buying out the tavern or buying out a citadel by trading some resources. But the citadel would ensure the safety of Nagash. The tavern, however, would ensure we can do some shenanigans. So would be taking like 6 skeletons, right? 6, then maybe leaving like 1 harpy on the guy himself, on Dace himself. Then doing this, boom. And then, yeah, Dace is kind of in a race against life, as we are trying to flag, or well, use him so efficiently as we can. And then what's the better troop here, the mass of troglodytes or the harpies? I think actually, since we're gonna be brawling, probably the troglodytes. We'll just buy out everything we can. That is that indeed. So, didn't buy the unearthed graves, but I do think the immediate army is more necessary at this point. And hold up, actually we could even 6 and 6. Would maybe mess up the army positioning a little bit, but I kind of don't care too much about that. I think Nagash is ready to defend. They go for Dace because that's a free hero, of course. And you know what? I think I'm not gonna give them the experience. Not gonna give Thane. He has 12 power. You wanna cast something maybe? No, he didn't want to cast. Okay, I gave him the free experience in the end. That is pretty sad. Then, I do still think death rippling, like, going at him at this very moment. Excellent, getting the, I mean, water magic for the cheaper magic arrows is something as well. And yeah, let's get this man back into the town, or this woman actually. Rather, unearthed graves for the extra 6 skeletons are nice. And then here, what can I do that would actually actively benefit me? I could build a Battle Scholar Academy. I could build a Pillar of Eyes and buy out those guys. These strategies kind of evolve around losing Septiana, as she would go in and death ripple twice. Or even Bolt. But no, this terrain would be... Do I want to do this? Do I want to pursue Thane? Or would I rather camp a little bit? You know what? We can kind of maybe take the more defensive approach at the moment. And yeah, instead build out a citadel. And then get a mage guild in the second town. Oh, they actually attacked us. That's kind of wild. This is also that special magic terrain, so yeah. 5. I think for 6 man I just have to use the bolts, especially on the genies. Then can wait like this. Get 2 of their creatures at the same time. I think, yeah, let's go for double whammy here. Oop. Well, yeah, oh, yeah, he has super cheap spell casting. I actually have to go out and brawl him, because otherwise he will magic me down. The mad lad he is. Then... Problem is I can't shoot these guys. And 2, well, I guess I'll go 2 for 1, just eliminate a single stack. And then, I think we can brawl down Mr. Genie. Don't want to open up the door by accident, though. 22, I guess. Good enough, yeah, that is good enough. And yeah, the gargoyles will probably be flying in. Don't like the fact that this guy is left on, like, just a tiny bit of health. I would also be death tripling my own troops, which is something I don't like, so do this. Can't 2 for 1, shame. Have to deal with ranged unit. Oh, I actually should have maybe used the beholder. Use the beholder to get rid of the magi. That would have been an idea. So I think the skeleton is going to be attacked by the gargoyle. Can't really do too much here. Damn it, in the tower. Did something irrational. Then this guy maybe will attack the monster gremlins, or the regular gremlins, that is. They are kind of just chilling here, waiting for me to open the door. I kind of have to use the skeleton, so I kind of have to open the door. This is a big problem. Yeah, my skeleton goes bye-bye. Just super duper sad. Hasted up the golems. Well, I guess by goes my lich. And then, do I count on my tower, or do I count on his magic doing more damage? That is a great question. Oop. A super fast golem, actually. Is Nagash gonna be suffering defeat in this mad lad? 12 power, and actually the magi being on top of that whole thing. So super duper nasty, so... Well, roll down that. And there goes my tower, unfortunately. Well, I can't really say no to that. Week of the squirrel. So, they did leave the town open though, so Septiana has to immediately do the most logical thing, which is recapturing it. Perhaps Nagash will come back himself in a little while. Before that though, it's gonna be a pretty difficult ordeal defending everything. So, Septiana, Tamika, I guess. You know what, Merland? This makes more sense. So, I would take Merland, I would give away these units. She would take the troglodytes and make them as her 1-stacks, or mostly 1-stacks, as she cannot go back to the town ASAP. And Caitlyn is here as well. It's kind of wild. So, actually, give me those troglodytes. I'll give these as your 1-stacks. I'll go back into the town. And I guess I'll have to defend this town somehow. This doesn't even have a mage, although I was like, let's get the Mana Vortex. That is just really, really sad, isn't it? Well, I guess if I'm doubling down on defending that town... Battle of Scholar Academy... It's the cheapest thing I can do, that kind of can have an effect like this, making the spells a bit cheaper. Also giving her an additional level in power. Actually, that power level up was... Or actually, did she level up power? I kind of don't even realize at this moment. And looks like the red opponent is actually going to be heading here. So, Aislinn is now a little bit in danger. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. We can just grab the army that we have and then beat down this Thane. We just have to remember that he exists. Merlanda can very neatly recapture these 2 mines. And then Septiana. Well, if you had a castle here, you would be like very fine defending things. How much money can we generate for selling things? Quite a bit, can we not? Yeah, oh, but we don't have the ore. It's kind of a problem. We could only also do this and come back, or do this and come back, or do this objective and come back, but we cannot do so. A scuffed move, but let's build a town hall. I feel like that is at least somewhat helping us in the next turn to pool our money together. And orange. As luck would have it, one of your scouts returned with just the information you needed. Apparently the flooding didn't block the passages underground, with that being the only way to the other factions. You gather your army and begin the march to a subterranean gate. Well, how many towns do we have? Okay, me and Orange have the same amount of towns, and Red has 1 town less, it seems. So, yeah, Aislinn, I think we would be fine just defending like this. Merland is kind of a bait hero, but at the same time, don't really want to lose her. Don't really want to bait this Valeska into attacking like a mad lad. Then, for the castle to be built, and yeah, the castle would make the defense much easier. 3 towers are better than 1 tower, like much better. Then, yeah, we're still just chilling, like so. Red is vandalizing my land. Orange is also going here. Now we can use Merland to distract the opponent. Potentially go for the Pillar of Fire to see what's going on here. Aislinn would just have to defend, like in the town, and then we could reclaim our mines. Don't see any other way to make it okay. Then... are we making a Pillar of Ice just to have a shooter? I think we are making a Pillar of Ice just to have a shooter. Do this, and then is this town too weak to defend. Well, the problem is that Mr. Thane has like magic. That's his way of dealing damage. I can't really out-survive a very big spell, you know? I think this should be good enough to defend, like, both towns. And yeah, Thane is attacking. But, oh, I don't have... Wait, hold up. I thought I had a castle. Orb of Inhibition. Well... Got pranked here by my own orb, apparently. Okay. We have a plan, though. Since he can't... Okay, yeah, he doesn't have flying creatures, but he does have the... ballista here, so... maybe... just kind of body block these a little bit, and we can kind of survive it great. But his catapult shooting twice is actually a big problem. Is it worthwhile with the 7 stack? To hit with the 7 stack, I mean... well, just any type of free damage. We can get on this guy, we should most definitely have. Rates go back. I want to pull him in a different direction as well. I can't even believe that. My guy has ballistics and everything and he can just do this. Let's pull him in the other direction. And I don't, like... he also has the infinite shots there. Well, now... this Thane with his thunder armor... What is this, by the way? Come on, you can't just, like, shoot 7 times with 4 shooters. Bruh. Okay, definitely have to... he just bought everything as well. I cannot believe this. Okay, how do we beat him down? He didn't restore his mana. He has the orb. We have to, like, brawl him down with just might. We could send another hero. Let's be ambitious, like, let's take the artillery here. Yeah. Let's take the race here. I think Tamika will just try to recapture the town by simply going inside of it. Can't believe he did that to me. Absolute madland. Then we probably need a marketplace so we can even, like, consider doing anything else. And yeah, so Valeska as well is quite a problem. Can't really do anything about this either. Not being sure of your own town's defenses. What a way to, like, lose a town. I thought I had 3 towers, so of course he would be, like, immediately losing that one. Can't really retake this. I guess we can recapture the mines to be annoying. Stamika can also stand here as a plan B. Would have to dismiss something if I want to get the upgraded harpy stack. So go for a mage guild. Let us buy the extra troglodytes. We definitely need to somehow win this with 3 towers. And on the water terrain, we have the ice bolt, so that should be something in our favor. They are attacking. Protection from water magic, okay, that's pretty sad for me. And the griffin is also flying in. A shame that only one guy was remaining there, so I could blind something. That something would maybe actually be the griffins. That is actually pretty good. Blind. But why this guy? Okay, the towers are once again doing the most irrational things. Just shoot the shooter, not the pikeman. I swear they changed something for the AI of the archer towers in Hota. I remember them being way more, like basically always tunnel visioning the shooters, which would be really good in my case. Don't have any mana. Running out of options really quickly. Oh, there's a hole there. Nice. Thinking, yeah, especially if he just gets multiple turns in a row. Probably the final fight of the map got 2v1'd. Can't believe it. Yeah, actually, shooting twice on non-stop. Well, I guess this is the final fight of the map. We weren't good enough to beat them 2v1. Can't believe Thane with the, I even gave him the orb. I should have that on like a secondary hero at all times, so... Oh man, I'm not focusing on this game at all. So it's super sad. Well, you have been eliminated from the game. Happens to the best sometimes as well, you know. I think we'll be trying this one again with Nagash though. Seeing if we can get maybe more friendly guards everywhere. So, not gonna be changing the start, not gonna be changing anything. Just going back in. Maybe the artifact will also be... yeah. Maybe the starting artifact will also be at a little... This is a little bit better for the undeads. Aislinn immediately, Merland immediately. Now that I do know the layout a little bit more, is this gonna be ballistics? Is this the ballistics for... This is tactics this time. I can actually take that. And also potentially have to take the wisdom, otherwise it tries to roll into not the best skills. And we can actually get a hero on day 2. Oh wait, these piles are different. Yeah, I wasn't able to get a hero on day 2 last time, was I? This is already much better. So, Aislinn, and should Aislinn be grabbing these things? Actually, I think it's fine for the first day that we use Nagash to grab some things as well. And yeah, we can split up, and actually these Medusas are already easier. I think actually Aislinn can do this with just a simple meteor shower. Did we not get... we didn't roll even a magic arrow this time. That is... Oh boy, it's one of these maps, isn't it? Where what you get is so incredibly luck dependent. And it can completely change the course of the game. So who's guarding this? Gogs, but there's gold here, so... This is actually objectively better. And also they don't get the +6 to all stats. Still insane that they do get a relic there. So I'm gonna grab this. We're gonna take the pathfinding, sure thing. This would suck out the mana. But we don't really need the mana, we just need the troops. But I do think that... Well, for the time being, the helmet doesn't matter. Do this. Could we get the gold mine if we fight? Yeah, we could. That would be very, very good. Then what are we building? A blacksmith, or I guess blacksmith in the preparation for the gold mine. So, here we simply would need to meteor shower. I think the rates, not splitting them would probably be better, as they're gonna be the main blocker stack. Then we simply meteor shower, 2 for 1. They end up shooting the skeletons, just very predictable. Then we don't have any more mana for anything. Still end up shooting mostly the skeletons. Pretty sad, but yeah, we cannot really block anything. Okay, 1 skeleton. Thank you for all the fantastic gold. So, actually we can even make Hasteland faster. So, let's do that, as it is a good gameplay. Then, yeah, evacuate everything from the mines. I guess we could leave the chest for Nagash, since we basically can get... I think, yeah, sulfur is like a very easy to access. We can just simply trade 3 piles of sulfur for a city hall. And yeah, Nagash is gonna be happy to get a chest. Rest of that, bro. That's actual junk. I don't need that. The problem with this though is I don't have an offensive spell at all. I can't really get any crystal or gems before that either. Well, could restore my mana and use the other spells. Just thinking of maybe ending the turn in the ore pit, but let's, yeah, just, oop, it's the last unit I wanted to move. Okay. Sure thing, Nagash will simply restore his mana. Then, the next thing we have to do is we have to get some more units. I think the best would be the skeletons. 5, 6, 7, if we want to do what we did last time with the liches. Didn't seem too strong. Could do a necro amplifier. The problem is I'm not gonna have the units very soon. Definitely have to build something. Sure thing, we'll opt into the graveyard and we'll actually take the Walking Deads. We'll try to use them in combat if we can. Then for the rates, this battle should be relatively simple, right? Oh yeah, we have tactics this time, so actually we can put the skeletons behind and the other creatures. Our mana gets sucked out. Yeah, can't really do much about that. Don't really want to cast anything either. So then we could shield up, but one thing we do have to do is take retaliation. And then probably shield up the skeleton. Yeah, and I did correctly guess he's gonna be the one getting hit. Don't think we need to shield up the rates. Okay, that's fantastic. And this, I'm gonna be very optimistic and try to grab experience for Nagash. Okay, Nagash is leveling up very nicely to be a good hero. But yeah, we simply need to get the first gems so we can grab ourselves a mage guild. I wonder what I should do with Hasteland. I guess Hasteland can check the quantity here. I think it's better to not have the springs flagged, as we can interact with it later to generate some more movement points. Okay, then. Yeah, definitely want the Cursed temple as well. In the first week, and we didn't roll any gems here. That's very, very sad. That's incredibly sad. So, Wraiths plus a Citadel, or yeah, that kind of seems like what I'm gonna be doing. I think I'm gonna give Aisling 1 Serpent Fly, actually, from Merland. And yeah, getting another hero out. Ooh, logistics. That is very, very good. Does Merland have something, no weakness? That's not too exciting. And actually, hold up, Aisling does have the meteor shower. So Aisling could potentially be doing a smaller fight. I want to grab the alchemist slab so we start generating the followers. That's actually a huge help. That is going to be a massive help here. And yeah, I do still think we want to clear out the imp cache. I want to take maybe the imp cache and the Tree of Knowledge before I take these things. Technically it would be better to take chest, maybe we can get some stat points and then this fight is easier, but it's just gonna be what's gonna be, you know? Oh, I should have made Nagash faster by putting the troops indoors. Didn't do that. It's a bit of a shame. So. Yeah, Merland. Gonna be giving the fortress troops away. So, slot number 1, like actually 1, 2, 4, 5, something like this should be fine. I wonder if slow is good enough. Yeah, slow is actually good enough here. Okay. That's good to know. Then I'm fine with them hitting the walking deads there. The walking deads are there for the tanking. Got back some skeletons, nice. Then take the crystals away, step out of the way. Then maybe Serpent Flies is a 1 stack, but then again, I'd rather like something that can take a retaliation. So a skeleton can be a 1 stack for himself. I switched the troops so much for this battle, but it's like probably not gonna matter. Oh yeah, tactics, that's alright. Thinking about the troops I want to preserve and the troops I want to keep. Something like this should be fine. Yeah, don't have anything useful. Everyone can just defend on the tight formation. Then this man, he's gonna hit one of these 3, but I don't really care for, yeah. Those stacks, I want to get rid of those gnolls. A free level up, I'm actually gonna take learning, so we can get 2 levels at the same time. It's beautiful. Then Merland can get a level. Why is she leveling up to be a good hero as well? That is indeed a question that I do have. Then Aisling will be fast enough to take away the army from Nagash, and the 3rd earth magic. That is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So, and then actually Aisling can be already making the way down to these gogs. So, Citadel for more of these units, or maybe just a Mausoleum for six liches. Vampires, no, let's go Mausoleum. And simply grab more of the same. So, Week of the Raven. Mirlanda can head back to the town and grab reinforcements. Gonna be building the Necro Amplifier as it helps the other two heroes. Then, our spells still suck. We still do not have gems. And yeah, Aislinn. What are you doing about the case to make it better? I think you are just... Should we fight them? I think we should fight them. 2 meteor showers being available. Ooh, we didn't take the artifacts yet. Oh. Miss Morale once, shame on me. Oop. Oh, okay, didn't go for the flies, that was a very worthwhile fight. And Aislinn can simply get this. Nagash will also take the defense skill. And I'm thinking, yeah, this windmill didn't give us gems. Gems would be way too expensive to trade for. And Mirlanda can simply give us the troops in the next turn. We can also get a Moandor, who could level up a little bit. Yeah, and in fact, I do like this situation, so... In fact, let us do that. So, let's get Moandor, let's get the liches. We have to build something. We can build something really cheap in this turn so we can maximize our army. Probably need the flying units the most. Moandor can grab the extra, well, 2 levels. And then... almost perfect, but leave him with 1 fly, take away his Necro army. He can be useful as a secondary hero, picking up stuff. Then, vice versa. Grab that. Here, I want the helmet. Want the skeletons. Do we need the 12 skeletons like immediately? Actually, we'll make the Aislinn a little bit faster in that case. We are very happy with our mana refill and everything. Then let us take the scholar. Well, basically, like, this is a small map, so even though the skill tree is mostly trash, it's actually a skill that will be useful for a little bit. Experience, and this time we have a decent artifact here instead of the Orb of Inhibition, which actively contributes to my downfall. Mirlanda hasn't visited this. Mirlanda could bring some more reinforcing army. Okay, yeah, she will in fact do that. In fact, she can be the wearer of the helmet this time round. Then, boom. We definitely wanted the Tome of Water Magic. And yeah, how do we position our troops in a way that makes sense? Something like this, I suppose. So, rocks. Do we want to fight them? I think actually we'll let them be. Don't care about those bird brains one bit. This time it's a tower town. And yeah, we will try to go for the town ASAP. Well, sneezing was not part of the plan. Anyway, water terrain with the water tome is something insane. Unfortunately can't bless the undeads and pray the undeads though. Ooh, pathfinding. Pathfinding is my last skill, rolling around with just one school of magic, having water magic. Kinda sad, but I think for S-size map it should be quite good. So, Aislinn can actually join us here and pick up all the loot around us. After a week of searching for a way to get to the others, you have given up. Yeah, your last chance will be the scouts. After sending the scouts on their way, you sit back and relax waiting for their return. Yeah, I already did that last time as well. And actually we have gems, so we can roll, we can get some spells. And here we have an admiral's hat, well, or sea captain's hat. We could do some shenanigans with that, like summoning a boat. That would indeed be interesting. This man, well, gets leveled up. And then I think it makes more sense to send Mo Andor together with the gang. Right, yeah. And then sadly Orlando just keeps the helmet for herself for all eternity, it seems like. As I don't see her giving up the helmet anytime soon anyway. We will have a second town very, very soon, so I think we should be. Reverse victory, got the man, turned the man into skeleton. Could have actually built a lookout tower, could build a mage guild level 1. I do want to see that magic arrow. We did get the magic arrow, and then this town just kind of exists in a sad state. Yeah, and this time the AIs are way slower in getting here. And then the 26 would remain. This would not be enough, I think. So let's just keep the Serpentfly. If I get attacked here from a hero from the darkness, actually let's not do that. Don't want to lose Nagash once again to some silly things. Yeah, especially with them picking up a Sword of Judgment. Could we do these with some magic arrows? We could just do these with like raids or just one big stack. Okay, gonna take a bit of a risk here. Oh, actually, Wall of Knowledge. Hold up, gonna make our heroes a bit better. Would this actually give me more casts? Would give me one more cast. So. Wall of Knowledge. Love of Fortune, that's not what I'm getting something I didn't sign up for anyway. Mondor also wants that extra knowledge, but he's not going to be the one regenerating mana in the town. There's only 2 spots and we have 3 heroes here. 3 heroes who desperately want that +1 knowledge. The Wall of Knowledge is actually such an amazing building, giving your heroes much needed knowledge. So, yeah, the enemy appear here, but we have a plan. In fact, I am going to make my plan slightly stronger. So, going to be... yeah, meteor showering. Hold up. Didn't you already have... oh yeah, he already had 40 knowledge. I was thinking he would have 50. That's quite sad. Well, I still think we can do this fight. Well, looks like we are not gonna need meteor shower. Anything down? Well... you little... pesky schnitzels. He saw that he can get the gargoyle and he went for that. Thank you for the 1 skeleton. 16 more. Gremlins. Do I want to level up Iceland? This is like a guaranteed level, no matter what size the chest is. And Scholar would be good, but also pathfinding. And yeah, we want to restore the mana. Then, I think Moandor would be doing fine to simply, yeah, restore his mana as well. We could get level 2 spells. I think I want those level 2 spells because Nagash is going to be pushing out. And yeah, Jeddite. Can we beat the Jeddite with this army with level 2 spells and with all the water magic? Kinda sad that we're not gonna be fighting on the water terrain. And also my magic is not too strong at the moment. Actually the fortress troops are kinda weak as well. Let's build into the estate. If nothing else, what I can do is go back to the lucid pools. Right? Yeah, I can go back to the lucid pools where I have like a huge advantage because I'm able to cast expert water magic here on this tile. So yeah, that is a thing. That is a thing indeed. Jeddite is actually running away. He is thinking he can't win this. In the meantime, Moandor. Think you will be getting Gargoyle, 1 stacks. Hold it. 1 stacks and you will be the hero who will be picking up trash littered around here. We probably need tavern. I'm thinking what to get, what to not get. Unironically, maybe a marketplace, and exchanging all this like extra wood. So yeah, second time much better all around, I feel like. As we can grab this, grab the gold pile. I do see the hero, oh, that's Sorsha, and she's actually really strong. And they actually have dwellings here, so green portal and yellow portal. Green portal. Yeah, they have more towns. The green portal goes to the stronger player and the yellow one goes to the weaker player. Cloud Temple here and actually Orb Firmament, that would be really good for my lightning. Well, I can kind of go one or the other direction. I could also try to attack Sorsha on my own initiative. Decently rich underground, by the way. So, I think my plan would actually be to attack and then buy back Nagash if I fail the attack. And I cannot buy him in this town because it doesn't have a tavern. So, am I fine with this idea? Could really weaken their hero. Yeah, I think let's do it. I think the AI will lose, of course, as their army is looking quite threatening. 7085. Shame we can't like one-shot these guys. Hasted those guys up. A swordsman. Could trade a little bit of mana with them, like so. And then actually I think triple whammy here makes sense. Three to 4 damage. I think 1 lightning bolt. I shouldn't focus on the monk, he's like not too relevant at the moment. Maybe we should focus on their archer instead. And oh boy, their ballista is doing some damage. Yeah, the war machines in the early game have been buffed immensely. So, I have an idea, actually. I could kinda maybe get these guys, these girls to come back. Clone would also be maybe strong on a skeleton. Well, let's do this. Let's see if they... Yeah, they actually did that. I can't believe they did that. It's really good for me. Then, I do want the swordman to come closer. I think he will do it regardless. Oh, there go my liches. Of course he moraled in the most critical moment out of them all. And yeah, the swordman alone is strong enough to brawl everything. To dust, basically. That is a shame, so... Surrender for... Well, almost that they had the lethal on me. Didn't notice how that happened, but... So... I think we will actually run away, and I think I don't want those 4 gnolls. We will just retreat with what we had. This would have been a much better fight in a town, to be honest. I didn't realize just how many. Like, where do you get like these swordsmen from in such large quantities? I cannot even believe what I'm seeing here today. Anyway, Nagash is just gonna be chilling, and actually he can get his helmet back. And then... Yeah, Merland is just going to be standing on the skeleton dwelling. I think maybe actually getting the sea captain's hat. Getting the sea captain's hat and then summoning a boat and landing on one of them, one of their towns would maybe be the play. They do actually go back. Okay, that's good for me. We can actually pick up all the chests and everything. All the treasures. I think we'll take the gold here. Controlling the middle, but at what price? At a price that is too high. So, Verdish and Vidomen. Kind of getting the fortress heroes. And yeah, sadly the army here on neither town is like big enough for my liking. I do think Aislinn once again will be doing this gimmicky fight with the meteor shower with the pirates this time. This... Nope. Well, 3 stacks for sure. And then for some reason they like to shoot the gargoyle instead of these fantastic little gremlins that I've given them. Look, listen here, you little schmuck. So, Scholar is appearing now and then. I could potentially Scholar those skills. Oh, and I didn't get the skeletons, yeah. That's right, because we didn't have any empty slots. That is a shame. Okay, then. Yeah, we simply have to wait like another week. I think that's gonna be the case. We can't really do the Nagas. My spell power is just too low to really rely on any type of magic, so I think Defense plus attack plus 5. Yeah, you know what, actually, War Machine meta. I guess since they're the troops we can get, they're the troops we will use as well. We'll give away those skeletons next turn. Do we develop the town? I guess technically getting to a capital would be something I should be looking for. I wonder why the other player hasn't peeked out yet. Perhaps we should go and investigate. Shame though, we won't be looting this little part of the map. And yeah, we can hasten fast. Boom. Get Merlanda back into the town. And castle here or town hall here. I think the town hall. Potentially also the castle in the other town is doable. Is Iceland really gonna be doing like these bigger objectives? Kind of shuffling the main. And yeah, this castle isn't like an immediate priority, so not getting it now is also fine. As luck would have it, one of your scouts returned with just the information you needed. Apparently the flooding didn't block the passages underground, with that being the only way to the other factions. You gather your army and begin to march to a subterranean gate. Yeah, I've already done that, thank you game. Wonder what they got. Oh, they got those as joiners. Fantastic times I had. And yeah, this is just very difficult to hold. I guess I could steal their... Thank you, steal their troglodytes. As for 1 stacks, I would rather have... This is a bigger stack, so... I was gonna think going for the stronger opponent first is the wiser choice, but apparently no. Apparently doing it vice versa is better. So, we could get the workshop. For the gremlins, we do need a blacksmith to develop the economy here, and... Unironically though, I kind of could send... I could send Nagash, for example, for that fight. I wanna keep them the gremlins. Kinda would have to also do that with magic, basically. It's kinda sad, both of these heroes are just gonna be chilling here for like a week, as I said. I think that is the way to progress, because our army now is like too little to do anything of value. And Moandor can give this man a nasty surprise. Well, so much for that. Okay. You made your point, Jeddite. I do want to do the play with the Admiral's hat because I think it would be really funny, but I need them to actually advance to the middle, and yeah, camping on 2 towns is also viable. You know what? Just city hall it up. Nothing of value here, sure thing. We do have one of each resort. No, we don't have a crystal cavern. That is pretty sad. We wonder if this is in range of the Sorsha. She's a bit slow, but maybe it's in range of her. Wonder if we could do the imp cache. Is this crazy with just the serpent flies? There's a speed unit. Nagash is gonna be a little bit brave and gonna move slightly forward. So then we have more, like, potentially more ways to maneuver. Getting this gold mine would be amazing. Getting this, like, orb would also be amazing. But yeah, Sorsha is actually going here, so probably imp cache and back. I do like the idea, actually, of buying Verdish. We can give away the tent. And yeah, we would be doing something like this, essentially. Maybe we can lure him to the other side. Anyway, here. Put the flies in one big stack. This is gonna be stack number 3. And hopefully we can magic this fight. E5. I think mana cost wise. And this is the way to do it. Have to draw them back to their different angles. Luck coming in handy there. So I have yeah, I still need to bolt like twice. And then the rest can be the bigger magic arrows. As long as the flies stay alive, we should be able to outmaneuver them. And then, well, actually let's get rid of the other stack. Move to the other side, they can also morale. Then 17 or 17. And then this little fellow here. Oh, 1 HP, well, doesn't matter, which is bolt. And the wisdom, sure thing, even though, actually, wait, I don't have the crystals. Still though. Feel like that was pretty solid. And then, like we can take those away. Actually, I feel very unconfidently about Nagash's ability to survive this one. Still though, can build the citadel here. We can build absolutely nothing here and we can be happy. Then let's see what actually happens. What do these two guys decide to do? Protection from fire, wow. Okay, they felt generous enough to give me a turn. And then I feel like actually that's not giving them the 500 experience. It's like and they're actually going there. That's fantastic. That's beautiful. They most certainly, most definitely you can do that. Go to the opponent. Then we could exchange some resources for a capital in a safe place. That's beautiful. And then this town. I feel like I have the quantity of wood and ore to support developing this town as well. Like sculptor's wings, upgrade the workshop. Guess we'll get the sculptor's wings to generate more army. That is my bottleneck at the moment. And perhaps it's time for Mr. Aislinn to go out. Actually, very interesting dilemma I have here. I kind of have to keep like Aislinn, like so. If they attack, Nagash is just gonna be perishing. I would actually rather, yeah, save Aislinn with all the artifacts. Nah, technically Nagash is the main hero of the story, I guess you could say, but like, no, I can't bully my main twice like this. Absolutely no. And they decide to go for this town instead. Yeah, that's the sad thing I was a little worried about. Then well, let's maybe do a Hail Mary and I would give them more troops. Okay, look, upgrade the workshop. Then, these gremlins are a beautiful sight to behold. We would actually make 1 stacks from these guys. Then... Nagash with all his magic. I'm thinking up of cooking up something very disgusting. It might actually work. So, just let me be chilling like this. This town not being developed at all, kind of sad. And actually Vidomina. We should be getting Vidomina, for sure. Maybe because of the army, maybe because she is a good hero. Give her... well, probably not that many fights for her to just roll around like this. Still though, do that. Wonder if the cover of darkness is going to make the AI do interesting things or not. Maybe when we reach the overground I would build it in that turn. So, didn't get the hat, which is quite sad. Let's see if they go for the town or if they go for Nagash. They will try to do both, but little do they know I had planned for this case, and once again they have like an overwhelming amount of units for some reason. Might have overestimated Nagash's ability a little bit once again, though we are actually change something. I have to be careful. They could just like haste the guy at their turn, then put in all of their shooters. Pulling my ballista, and yeah, okay. We get to run away. I get to bolt him once. I guess -4 griffins, and sure thing will save the 1 serpent fly. Then they will probably be attacking this town as well. Oh boy, Orange is kind of overpowered. Starting with, I guess he starts with multiple towns of the same quantity, or the same type, so that's like a very, very big problem. With the triple whammy here. Let's put these two here and then space the rest of them out a little bit. Also starting with the Sword of Judgment is just something incredible. I wonder if this will make me step on a landmine. Indeed, did happen. Well, getting rid of all of their shooters is something, and then wonder where he will go. Okay, he'll step on a landmine. That's good, good, good. And yeah, we did lose that town, but Well, he's just charging at me, isn't he? That is very, very sad. So, have to buy back Nagash. And have to give... Oh, he already has the fly. He can restore the mana. I guess the Domina can take the skeletons, can take the 1 level up. It's a spell power. That's pretty beautiful. And yeah. Nagash would just be chilling. We would just be chilling and yeah, waiting. Are you sure you want to go here and not fight with Red, for example? Okay, maybe he's decided for a different thing, for a different activity. That is good for me. So, I mean, what else can I do? I'm kind of just trapped on my little island, or my little peninsula. It kind of functions like that. Like a choke point here. Orange is just too powerful. He's also brewing up a big army. If both of them were to fight... Back at Nagash, could I beat that with some magic? I probably could. I probably could also beat that with Vampire Lords, but we do not have the necessary resources, which is just super duper sad. Okay, you know what we'll do? We'll do this. Send out an opportunistic second hero. Hopefully they won't mind it too much. I mean, yeah, hopefully they won't like aggro on her. And then, oops, Domina could also be sent out with those 1 stacks. I am thinking of trading for the like Vampire Lords or whatnot. Sadly, I think this is gonna be one of those. You know what I need to do? Cover of Darkness. Then I can like probably approach them, pick off their like mines that are on the edges here. And they visited the Naga Bank, which is quite sad for me. So, smoke up the whole area, be annoying. Okay, maybe they will fight, the 2 of them. Maybe the Vampire Lords could do this. Not without expert slow. And yeah, I guess we do need the Hall of Darkness. That's gonna be what I'm gonna be building into. And nobody interesting. I keep checking, but there is nobody interesting still. Of course. So, let's see if they decide to fight or not. In the meantime, I could upgrade my dwellings. Okay. Did they leave the town empty? Kind of half empty. That's... well... we should try to take it. Could also try to lure both of their heroes. Well, I'm gonna hope that the quantity of these guys is small enough. Yeah, oh, still. You don't have a magic arrow. I can't believe this. Woman. Of course our mage guild sucks. That one time I needed. Okay, just shoot twice. No worries at all. And yeah, we absolutely cannot win this, because of course I thought I had magic arrow, but we do not have that. What even is this? Like, brother, where's my spells that can do damage? Yeah, of course, a magic arrow. We do not have such a thing. And now they are very aggressively going to over here. Well, thankfully, I suppose. Have another hero. Kinda half ready. Well, wonder if they will go for the 3 or if they will not go for the 3. Let's kinda expect them to go both sides at the same time. Would I spend my last 2 resources like that? Ay. takes the town easily. Are they gonna take it? No, for some reason they decided to not take it back. For some reason they decided that being annoying is more of a priority. I don't want them to snatch my skeletons. And yeah, if I would rather lure them backwards if I could. And then Clavius for more gold or Sylvia. I actually like Clavius as a hero a lot. Upgrade, give him some 1 stacks, make the man. Yeah, sure thing, have a scholar. Why not? We actually will need to scholar some spells for him. So he would have a magic arrow out of all things. And yeah, I think we have to just skip past everything logical and have Dread Knights. Would need 1 Wraith, and what else could I need? I guess 1 skeleton just to fill the last slot. So, our units would be more or less in position if they indeed want to attack me. Okay, do I go for a creature bank so I could buy more, like army for more units? I do actually like that idea, so yeah, I could go from the fountain. That would be decent. 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I can grab 1 like bigger stack. That bigger stack would probably be skeletons. Walking Deads just kinda suck, but they're also the best unit I kinda have. Do this and we can also get the extra morale when we get back. I'm hoping for a solid level up, not gonna lie. Then I have an idea actually. Perhaps I shouldn't use any like spell power. 24 is too. I wanted to clone the Dread Knights and then attack with them. But then again, that is... Oh, you can't clone higher tier creatures, right? I can clone the Liches, I guess. Still kind of makes sense in that way. And yeah, unfortunately, the Walking Deads are going to be taking a beating. Unless I want to give it the skeletons. Oh. Okay, Advanced Earth Magic is going to be huge. The money is of course also going to be huge. Then we can actually Mr. Clavius, try to escape, try to run them back if you absolutely can. If you can't, well, that's fine, you tried. We can merge this together. And what else would I want? Zombies raids, I guess. Oops. I guess technically I don't care, I just want the 1 stacks to not disappear, to not be like merged into one larger stack together. I hate the fact that they're camping on that town. I guess the Admiral's hat is still there, watching for its opportunity to be used. So Clavius unfortunately will get attacked, but he can suck out the mana. Looks like the most useful thing to blast down. Maybe the monks. Thankfully this terrain is prime for sucking out the mana. We get the speed priority because it's our native terrain. Okay, then... Oh, right, yeah. Just need to keep them alive for as long as possible to suck out the most mana that we possibly can. And I think actually that is gonna be done through maybe going like to the other side here. Saving clouds would actually be kind of pretty good, but it looks like, yeah, they're morale a bit too hard for that to happen. And then... This doesn't really serve much of a purpose. I guess we can steal this and then head back, lure them in a certain direction. Well, maybe like so. Shame we didn't manage to save our good man Clavius. Okay, then, like, I definitely need to defend. They don't have any mana. That could be. Oh yeah, also I have mass slow now. Vampires are actually pretty good even unupgraded though. So let's do it like so. I could also sell some more resources. I could get a level 2 mage guild. Does a level 2 mage guild actually give me anything at this very exact moment? It doesn't. Besides the crystal, lack of crystals. All the other magical resources were like in high quantity well before I started selling them. I think we should just get all the vampires and then roll out. I wish I knew how much one vampire cost. It costs 360. Okay, 360, we can do that. And yeah, I do think we should be actually pursuing the Sorsha. We do win this. Okay, hold up, actually maybe. Oh, hold up, we have an even better. So, let's mass slow them. Then we could hit 3 for 1, we could hit 2 for 1, actually I think 3 for 1. It's quite good. Dispel the Griffin, eh? Oh no, the Griffin can hit my guy. What? How unfortunate. Their might stats are quite a bit better though, which is a shame. We have to focus like one creature and still it's not gonna be not good anyway. There's multiple things which can take out the clone. Let's pray it up and let's just shoot it. Ooh, lucky shot. So that was actually a very lucky shot. And trying to do with his point man. And actually he freed the way for my skeleton to go to him. That's very generous of him. Okay, then... the enemy has fled. Let's take the intelligence. I think the extra mana will help us more. And then next turn we can take the war machine and perhaps, if this hero is lured out as well, we can take his town with all the extra mana. Could also send some reinforcing troops, not too many though. So what is Red going to think about this? I can't believe like they have all these heroes here and they're not fighting each other. Like, come on now. Like, brother, you have angels. You two should be fighting each other, like non-stop, essentially. Okay, I do think that perhaps giving Nagash the 1 stacks and then doing the fight with the Domina, these basilisks. Okay, hold up. Could we do that? Yeah, we could. This is gonna like suck a little bit, as essentially our main hero is gonna be given away to death. But I do think that Helmet is going to actually give me options to play the game. So let's fight these basilisks. I think even a regular slow will be fine. Okay, no morals, no nothing, very good. And then we can hit for free. We can hit for free with a ranged attack. This guy could have gotten stoned, but thankfully didn't. 6 skeletons. We have the sea captain's hat. And yeah, I guess technically the smarter thing to do now would be to, well, actually buying a book for this hero. Oh wait, we don't have a, but wait, is it worthwhile to buy a book for a hero that doesn't have, well, I started exchanging the coins, but then I realized it doesn't make sense. Ooh, logistics, that's fantastic, that's what I wanted. And then we could potentially ferry over the army to like another hero. So, Nagash exposed, shame, but ooh, they decide to not attack him. That is very, very generous from the AI. Finally somebody takes the gold mine. So then we can swap Reno, everything back. Some gremlins, I suppose we could you know what, it's gonna look funny, but I'm gonna take the gremlins because I can convert them into the skeletons anyway. With this hat we can maybe start doing some gameplay, as in water walk as well. That's really good actually. Like, yeah, leave him on just the fastest troop possible, and then maybe maybe we can convert the rest of the things into skeletons and it should be fine. So, oops, sorry, didn't mean to do that, hit the mic a little bit. Let's try to start out some all-out chaos by going to this side with the Domina. Then I need to leave like enough movement points. Yeah, that's kind of actually perfectly enough. Then Yulin can make it back home. Then we can convert this gremlin, we can merge this guy. Then some more fantastic skeletons. We can also get the raids. Landmine girl over here. Victoria, it's pretty good. And yeah, Yuland would just be chilling at home, I guess. Yeah, the 5 griffins are kind of decent. I can't really upgrade anything anymore. I would... Oh yeah, hold up. I can upgrade something. I would be leaving this man with 2 raids and 5 griffins. That would be his... Those would be his stacks, essentially. Victoria herself would be left also with the raids. And, well... Alrighty then. Now we can do the water walking. Nagash, what have you done? Could you reach the town? I think you could. Wondering, oh, this is free even. Free town for me. With angels and whatnot. With some high tier spells. Hope destroy that, brother. Caitlyn is here and Thant is here and... Nothing else too interesting. I guess we can get the 7-speed creatures up in here. So... I could buy out another hero and try to cause more chaos, like... Actually flagging gold mine would be pretty good. So yeah, Celestine, she's made much faster. And she can take on a halfling, she can grab the gold mine, she can grab this dwelling, why not? We can finally do something about them being an absolute menace to society. So, I think we're gonna be getting attacked over there. I think Nagash is in a little bit of a trouble for pulling a prank like this. And with Domina, she tries to also pull a prank. Oh, of course, we didn't have any damaged spells, right? I forgot my mage guild, it just kinda sucks. Well... Ooh. Yeah, at least they're trying to fight each other. Okay, so then Celestine. I think we can bully both of these heroes actually. So they probably take the windmill. They have things in this town. So if I can defeat both of these heroes, nobody's quite near to the green portal. The man himself, Loinus, is here with his amazing potential for prayer. So I think I'm gonna leave some 1 stacks just in case I don't make it back to the town. Or something silly happens, you know. Then Victoria is very happy to have a landmine experience, and she can also be leveled up. Sylvia, well... we already own all of these... all of those things are in our possession, so just grab that. Let's try to get her level, and let us indeed fight. Destroy and dead on the first turn. Why are you so brutal? I can't believe you. Have you seen me casting Death Ripple, lady? She absolutely had to. Style on me there. Is it worthwhile attacking anyone? Maybe we can double damage the angel. Nope, we couldn't double damage the angel. And then we can shield up. Thant is getting like demolished. Sure thing. Yeah, let's not get a shot even if it's just 1. They still did that. bit of a shame, but it is what it is. So I can get rid of one angel, and then two for one. Here is a deal I must take. Vampire Lords can try to advance. We can finish off the angel there. Finish off the one stack there. And the enemy has fled. So level 5 spells, only few towns in the map can do this. I would rather have tactics. Thank you very much for that. And then Thant over here is also gonna be taught a lesson. But this time I think we're gonna be going more on the offensive. Should maybe then very quickly went around. Actually, I really like the fact that you can body block on the edge of the map as well. So that guy's annoyingly fast. You know what? Maybe just slow down, fool. So and actually he goes forward. Was not expecting that. And Thant runs away. Okay, that's a fair deal. Then, if we could reach this town before the next week, I don't think we'll be able to. Yeah, we're kind of too slow. So instead we're gonna take the school, like we're gonna level up our power, take the restore the man. Actually, we should get the stables. That is indeed what we should do. And Yuland, what can you do for the kingdom that you have not already done? I'm looking at that research silo, but no, that would be a bit too sad. Ooh, and they looks like they're gonna be fighting. So they also have a hero here. That is Caitlyn. I don't think Celestine would be able to bully Caitlyn, but what we can do, we can bully their dwelling. Thank you for the 14 pikemen. And yeah, of course, if this guy just starts with the 2 towns while everyone else starts with 1, everyone is gonna have a bad time. Besides that opponent, so best troops I can buy, probably the angel. Probably, whoops, 6 of these are better. Probably these guys are just gonna be demolished by the towers. We know their fate. We still have to accept it though. Okay, spell power. I keep picking the schools of magic as if I would actually have a damage spell in my town. I have to remember that that's the case. I actually do not have that. So don't think anyone can reinforce my main hero here. I think also this town for the enemy is falling, no matter what happens. Then definitely want more spell power and shouldn't get the magic wall. Then I actually wonder if we can do something interesting like stealing a mine. I think Ilor is like a fantastic candidate for some shenanigans. Man doesn't have a book though. We can try to give him a book. This one actually has magic in it, like damage spells. Can you imagine that? I wonder what this spell, but this is a level 3 spell, so it shouldn't be that valuable. So, Caitlyn is looked angry. Oh, but she doesn't have the, hold up. 885. Destroy undead. No. She's not gonna do that. You fool. You actually made a mistake, Caitlin. I am stronger than you are. If we can actually just like... Yep. Then, Sorsha becomes an attack cell stage. They have archangels. And yeah, I guess Sorsha is the one with the Sword of Judgment from before. Straker is not... Oh, it should have ran away. Yeah, because they can cast Resurrection. Of course, silly me. So, Ingham, okay, that town has a bit too much. Still think Lord flagging the gold mine is a pretty good idea. Then I wonder if these other heroes can do something. I mean, okay, Victoria would be defending because she has the most mana. Sylvia can try to suck some mana of the opponent. Try to maybe lure him away somehow or somewhere. Anyway, these troops. Yeah, the Griffin's sadly not too useful. Anyway. And meanwhile, Nagash can equip the hat. So I could get some stats. This would be like a nasty fight. I would have to essentially destroy 2 angels with just spells. To do that, I would need to cast like 4 bolts on them, right? Yeah, 4 bolts on them. And then the rest of the army, I think the vampires would be like able to sustain us in the fight for a longer time. In that case, actually picking like defensive armor here would be quite good. Potentially even, well, maybe if they go outside of the town. Anyway, I'm gonna be getting Straker here. Gonna be... Oh, he has a book, of course. All Necropolis heroes have a book because they're smart. They're doing necromancy. Then this 9 archers. Yeah, sure thing. Could have maybe given our main hero 9 more archers. Okay, for some reason Orange went back. Maybe he got too afraid of the chimney. The smoke clouded his judgment. So Hilor claimed these mines. Would be really good if I actually fought. And then I would actually have to dismantle Ingham and Sorsha in 2 different like fights. Still though, I do think following them to potentially capture a town is also quite the gameplay option here. Putting these 2 guys together, or these 2 heroes, not maybe the smartest choice, as they can get attacked at the same time. So, do I attack them? Do I give them more time? They bought out more units, so I kind of have to go now, I think. This is gonna be a very close fight, and potentially we will need to return here for a second time. The AI says that we are losing, and in fact losing with such a style that it's hard to comprehend even. So, yeah, oh, they also have magic, that's right, of course. They also have very strong spells. Well, I do think getting this guy down, getting their angel down immediately would be really important. I think my angel is dying, so might as well try to deal with the archers. Okay, and then I need to survive like another turn to bolt down that angel. It's gonna like absolutely decimate my army there. Oh wait, they're kind of being... Hold up, I didn't realize that, but thankfully the tent didn't do too much, so... this was really not worth it. I expected a different result here, but hey. Thant with his ballistics this time. What's the fastest creature we can get here? We can get a griffin here. Oh no. Well, let's hope that maybe Red and Orange decide to fight each other for once in their lives. That'll be something. Magic element, bro. I can't beat that. What the hell even is that? Where do you get them? I guess I got them from the refugee camp, but like that's such a scam. The only unit that cannot be like brought down with a magic arrow, and I have that. And here they also have yeah, Mr. Jeddite being really powerful, styling on everyone. Then I left that town empty. Straker is feeling mischievous. Come to think of it, I have an idea. Hold up. Maybe a huge waste of resources, but it is a plan nonetheless. So we would probably be taking all the griffins, we would probably be taking basically all of this. Thant can... well, Thant has his own ballista. Guess we can take the oceans. So my idea is gonna be luring Sorsha like into this direction with the other heroes. Morton, sure thing, my man. You also get some fine troops. And who else do we have here, Dury? Well, I'd rather have somebody who has a book though. Okay, then, Mr. Morton. Oops. Like, oh no, I've put my heroes so close together. What a huge... oh, yeah, we only can have 8 heroes. Well, still though. Let's see what the AI brains figure out. Aha. And spending man as well. Spending man. How... what a big shame. You don't talk back to me, Mr. Ballista. I'm the one calling the shots here. Morton... oh yeah, Morton doesn't have a book, right? So his ballista is the only way we can do something here. Risk it or not risk it? Let's not risk it. Through Eagle Eye Observation, Ash is able to learn Remove Obstacle. Wow. This is the spell that is going to be cast on her. Oh yeah, there's a magic wall there. What do you have? You have Bless. Oh, you actually have water magic. That's very interesting. Notes. Okay, now, so, Sylvia. Stolen some mines, perhaps we can get some aggression from Red here. Yuland can, like, steal these mines. And this one you have to fight. Bone dragons. That's a unit. Hypnotize. Oh no, that's not too useful. You. Oh, he has a book, thankfully. Can he blast down? He would have enough movement points. Please give me spell power. It gave me knowledge. Well, okay now, mister. I have an idea with you. So, Straker, show them how it's done. And, oh no, I'm gonna need a little bit more. Unless these guys can like hide all their damage. Ooh. No, we were so close. Damn it, the AI calculated this perfectly. How did they know? This is just actually super sad. So, Galtran here, Duri here. Do I give up this town and try to go for the other one? Because the other one is like better, the other one has angels. I think we... Okay, you know what? I think Mr. Galtran is gonna be very happy to take all the army that we're not using here. I need to have units that are not... Oops. Hit my mic again there. I do apologize for that. I was gonna say units that are not undeads. Okay, like these troops... Yeah, because he's just gonna be casting Destroy Undead, so we do need that. But then again, is it worthwhile even keeping these units? I could also just water walk. Without the town defense, this would be like impossible for Nagash. Still though, we'll try. Try to do something. Try to achieve the impossible. This is such a slow grind. Ooh, they decided to vacate this land completely. This means that we finally have access to this town. You wanna not shoot the griffin? Yeah, thank you. Okay. Like, oh no! What will... Actually, maybe the ballista was strong enough to... Nope. Okay, we'll just do that. One skeleton warrior, thank you for that. Then, can upgrade these guys to crusaders. Could build a mage guild, I don't know. Or we could simply chill here, restore the mana, and get the 1000 experience. 1000 experience would be actually good enough to level up now. Then yeah, Galtran, I don't know how he scared them away, but he did. Why are they going like to this little edge? What is happening up here? I need to see what's happening. Dungeon town with which is like really well built up. Red had, I feel like Red got the easier time here, considering he is sitting on dragons already. Technically, try to. I mean, sure thing. We'll try to ferry over. The bone dragon. Probably not gonna work, but hey, at least we would have tried. Now though, actually with two towns that are of the same type, in fact let me build a stable here. Or let me upgrade the training grounds rather. Okay, Sylvie is being attacked of course. But doesn't have a book even, good. If of course in our own town, the mage guild was so bad we didn't want. What a fight of the ages, okay. they peeked, they saw Galtran, and they were like, oh, maybe because they don't know, they have one town, but maybe they don't know the quantity, like the AI is trying to be the seem fair, you know? So this, I don't really care about the Witch's Hut because my skills are full. Necromancy is not helping me much, I guess I'll take the luck, as funny as that sounds. And day 7 will just be chilling here. Who's faster, the Griffin or the Champion? Both of them are speed 9. Then Elor. No gremlins here. Then I think we can just chill here for the skeletons. Merge it in the next turn. So I don't know how I did it, but somehow I finally have towns to play with. Let's not be too optimistic just yet. We could also get a decent level 4 spell though. And let's look out for heroes that generate, like, let's say 350 gold, but that's if the game wants to be generous. Or maybe an Estates hero. I haven't seen one of those, like, at all. So this, boom, Thant is back with some more Necro army. Miriam is here. Okay, so definitely have to think about merging an army. Maybe Thant can just take the Necro stuff away from me. And grab the pikeman. Has Thant been here? Yeah, Thant has visited this. I think this witch hut might be ballistics, judging by some clues. So, angels. Let's like the champions. They're the strongest stack. The griffins, very solid. And these guys, and then we're kind of out of money already. I think the crypt is 100%. I've been visited. Alrighty, we do have a bone dragon. That's something. Verdish is back with a tent, okay. What am I missing? Oh, I'm actually missing a tent. Is that a good enough reason to buy out a hero? War machines can distract him for a little bit, so Elor. I think you're not gonna be doing too much. Yeah, this Jeddite seems hella mad, I guess you could say. Oh, if only they... Position's not too different. Can't really set them up for a breath attack, can I? Maybe. Mr. Dragon? No, Mr. Dragon is too smart for that. And yeah, they're going back to the... Are they afraid of the darkness? Because that's what's causing them to glitch out. The cover of darkness being the go-to ballistics. Aha. Yeah, Thant has been here, so I guess Thant can... Is this guy really... Yeah, this guy's really faster than the race. Funny. Who would win? A guy with a bow? Or a ghost with no mass, I guess. A guy with a crossbow is faster. I do kind of maybe want to buy out the units to not give them those units, you know? Over is actually without the tent and Miriam, so Beating down red as well afterwards is gonna be such a chore. I'm gonna need to like sit on these towns for quite a while. Anyway, so build the last few remaining units here. Then we can give away boom boom, boom boom, and try to return. I guess we can take the 9 archers. Nagash can go into this town. I think we can build a level 4 mage guild. Resurrection and chain lightning. Actually, resurrection is useful. Mr. Necromancer man is gonna be resurrecting living units. And yeah, those were the last guys that I was missing, so... And then... Get those last few swordsmen, and... I need exactly 7, I suppose. And, well, no, we cannot merge them together quite yet. And I think Galtran has done his duty. Just kind of chill here. Yuan can also kind of just chill here, so... Maybe we'll put him closer to the town just in case they do want to just assassinate him for free. Yeah, like this. What a prankster, actually. What an absolute prankster. Okay, they might be going for that bigger battle, so we do need to get the angel upgrade, we do need to get the monk upgrade. I maybe do this, then... Okay, wait, we can merge the undeads together. So, and Galtran is useful once more, so we have the angels, we have the monks, we're gonna upgrade this to have the crusaders together. Very big, juicy stack of them. And yeah, I think besides that everyone's gonna be fleeing for their lives, and Nagash in the meantime is going to just be chilling here on the angels. If they want, they can assassinate these secondary heroes and spend some mana doing so, as long as they don't get the magic well. Oh yeah, right, so we have decent mage guilds here, but no, you shoot, you get one. No, you did 9 damage, absolute literal trash can. And then Galtran, you have a book because you're a necromancer, so at least you get to do something good. Okay, now we can finally buy out the last few bits and pieces of the army. Then this should actually be enough for those pikemen, and let us not lose Thant for unnecessary measures. And yeah, Sorsha, now we can fight. I think slowing them in the first round is going to be magnificent. Then we can try to beat down the units that would be like the most healthy of them all. Alrighty, that was quite fine, so... Now, Nagash might be strong enough to take this town. They do have also 5 to 9 angels, so that's probably like 6, maybe 8. But they do have unupgraded castle army, so we could also send Thant here. I like the fact that he hasn't actually visited this before. And yeah, maybe he can grab the cooler spells. Or wait, he doesn't have a wisdom. Castle army fully bought out. Actually, because of the gold mine, like a single gold mine, or like, I guess we possess 3 gold mines. Okay, 3 gold mines do make a huge difference in one's economy. Is there anything else we need here? Well, I guess we could build a mage guild. I guess maybe we can actually sponsor a mage guild. Finally in my main town. Perhaps we could go to solid level 5 spell. So Nagash can learn Hypnotize. I'm almost thinking of waiting for the new week. Would be better, then we can merge the armies again. But if we can lure them out with a Thant, I wouldn't be too much against that either, so I'll sell a few simpler resources. Thinking about the Dragon Vault there. Ooh, animate dead. I think it's the smoke cloud that is like really messing up the AI's mind on these questions of what to do. So, Royal Griffins. That's actually that interesting way to get the reinforcement spontaneously. Then Thant, are you strong enough to like beat us with this junk? No, probably not. Thinking about the Dragon Wall, but no. It's just too expensive for the unit. It's like a bit too late. I'm not gonna be making a big stack of those, you know? Waterwalk and Sorrow. Very sad level 4 spells indeed. One because I have the hat and the other because it's literally sad. Hey, I caught some of your stream earlier. Didn't get to stay long, but I'd love to drop more, buy more often. Mind adding me on Discord? Yeah, you can try to... I think I have the Discord link on the multiplayer streams. At least for myself. I'm fine with people adding me on Discord, by the way. So, let's... How do I want to do this? Nymphs. Okay. Maybe we get a hero who can ferry things from the further away castle. Nimbus and Rathmont. Well, maybe let's do it vice versa actually. The Angel Dwelling is too expensive, and I guess the Monk Dwelling is cheap enough that we can afford to do such a thing. And then we can also collect these swordsmen. And hold up, we can also grab that. Such interesting gameplay. Red just completely refuses to... Ooh, hello. Well, they decided to become brave there for some reason. Maybe they smelled Victoria's moving. And Thant can't quite do too much. Well... Just getting the extra movement, then grab the angels or grab the archers rather. And then I wonder if it's worthwhile building into this mage guild. There could be a really good spell actually, but then it's like multiple days of build-up. Slowly we have to keep... Oop, red is actually doing something. What happened there? I was expecting them to just kind of keep doing what they were doing before, you know? Hold up, let's buy out all the army from this town. We don't have gems. Or don't have enough gems, rather. Yeah, we also want to upgrade these angels. We want to buy out those angels. Oh boy, 5 gems a piece. So yeah, Nagash needs to like ASAP be chasing them. And then we can worry about the reinforcements a little bit later. So let's go like that. Can't believe they actually left their town empty, but then again, this Jeddite is also looking for some blood. And then also I'm leaving this town more or less empty. That is not too good, is it? Well, this one we have to turn into a skeleton. Also, I feel like the 5 griffins not gonna be contributing much. In fact, the whole bunch of units not gonna be contributing too much. To 230. I never remember the prices of units except maybe the more iconic tier 7s. But then again, I'm always surprised by how expensive the Archdevil is. He always costs like 500 more than I think he does. Oop. Yeah, of course you would, Mr. Jet. Well, then I guess we're going for the dungeon town. Too much about it. Well, do we want Thant, I suppose? Orange is now like pigeonholed into this town though, so so close to buying everything out, and then we would have one very big army. I think I'm just gonna let the Necropolis army into the enemy. And well, are we so poor? I guess selling the magical resources doesn't really make too much sense. So we have all the proper units more or less. A couple swordsmen and whatnot would have been good. But anyway, we are very ready to. Because we beat this guy 5-9. His army is relatively small, right? And yeah, we would be giving away this town. The most annoying thing would be the 12 Dread Knights that we would have to deal, and also we also build the animate dead for them. So Orange loses this town, so he's going to be going at me. If he loses Caitlyn, that would be really good. Oof, well, he could reach. That's pretty sad. I was hoping that the skeleton can draw down the magic elemental and that my dragon would just stay safe. Well, yeah, now the smoke is upsetting me. That is pretty sad. I guess you... You get what you give, and that's how it goes sometimes. I guess we can go for the extra troops, and... This town has like way less troops. Also, we can very quickly grab a tent. And also, I do not have a capital anymore, I should remember that. Oh, it's probably visited, so let's just go, go, go. Oof, well. Jeddite thought he smelled weakness and he was right. I do not have like a town portal or anything. Oh boy, these towns are not completely empty. I thought this was just gonna be easy, but no, everyone can just access everything from the middle. I absolutely hate that so much. You need two big armies, one to keep like the middle, I guess. Well, you quickly like win this hero even without a real battle on the screen. Take this town and then go back to the castle towns, I suppose. Then. We will be able to resurrect some. We go for the marksman again. Sadly though, have to take some losses, but that's fine. Let's take the wisdom actually. Then, Armageddon, and they had the dragons as well. And I wish I had a little bit more resources, so I could research into, or build into the Mage Guild, and also they have some fantastic artifacts on display here. Well, I do have Water Walk, right? Yeah, I do have Water Walk without the helmet, so maybe. Immunity to Berserk. I haven't seen Berserk at all. Then again, these artifacts are kind of like pretty useful though. The Sea Captain's hat though... Maybe yeah, if I do it like that. Then... Wait, hold up. Resources. We can trade this and this. Then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? No, that's not good enough. We have to sell something else. Like 3 things. We would have to sell 3 artifacts. Hold up. Let me sell my. Let me think what I would sell. Probably the anti-berserk necklace for like. Hold up. I need these resources from the bottom to update so I don't do something stupid. I think it's worthwhile, even though, yeah, hold up. Which button is the correct one? This one. I do have luck on my character, so 1, 2, 3, yeah. Then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Build the Mage Guild. Show me fly. That is actually a big one. We can simply go back to that town. I do think going back to the castle towns though, at this very moment, makes the most sense. They're like completely unguarded. It's still day 6. I could also just fly over here and fly back. Oh, hold up. A bit too slow, Well, Still do this, take all the mana back, and prepare ourselves for a big fly. Aha, he recognizes the power of flying. You fool. Now I got you all. Okay, I figured out the map, I solved it. Let's quickly buy out, I don't know, like fuel for example. Thank you for the beautiful logistics. Take this. Take the thing here. Ah, that's what they were going for, the Mystic Garden. Okay, now fly, and now it's my preference who do I go for. The guy with the Necro army or the guy with the Dungeon army. I would actually rather go for the guy with the Necro army, as he is the master of my previous town. And 7. And ooh, still unupgraded vampires. So I think the final few battles are upon us. Very mixed army for them. Oh, nice blind there, Lamau. Okay, them attacking one creature, well, if I could have resurrected that would have been really good. Still though, let's get some more morale and let us actually fight for the town. Ingham, you fool. You've given me 2 of your towns for 1 of mine. That is the key to my victory. They're shooting the Archangels, but why? Then... I can do 3 for 1. I think also going for 8 Cavaliers immediately is very strong. Everyone teaming on Mr. Angel is a bit sad for me. Okay, then we can actually resurrect Mr. Angel. He is almost full health. Can resurrect some other things. Get down the rate. I think maybe my ballista will be finishing them off. No. Okay, I hope they target one guy. Yeah. Target one guy. Maybe we can resurrect something better than the archers. I mean... sure thing. The pikemen. Then, I'll get the learning for the free level up. I'll get the lock for the... I think I don't need the necromancy anymore. What a beautiful, beautiful thing here. Anti-magic as well now. And we could restore our mana, or... Ooh, Vidomina is back. Okay, actually we'll grab Vidomina for a quick second, and I guess I could move. And yeah, get my mana back through the wizard as well. I can also make myself faster like this. 500 gold coins. And then we can check what's behind this town. If I wanted to, I could replace some units. Like for example the marksman, maybe. We could also just fly and rally up army this way. Okay, hold up, I have an idea. Let's maybe do that instead. So, the pikemen over here. just gonna be super expensive, like too expensive for the everything else. And then the Wrathmont. And then we can rally the castle army simply. Ooh, Crystal Cavern, what a nice thing. What a nice thing here indeed. Just slightly missing some resources, well, that's life sometimes. Okay, boom boom. I guess passes can try to get something for the speed. Planeswalkers sometimes level up into logistics, can stand here as well. We have done basically every objective on the map. We can just fly, take, well, hold up guys, I'm back for you. Well, I guess we're skipping a turn on Nagash in that case. That's pretty sad. Now, Nagash, take the army this time. Then, cast your fly. Then, actually, you can make it to this town. Very fantastic. Fantastic stuff. And then the only thing we'll be missing is the angel. Or, well, I'll try to, like, move him as well. Okay, getting the stables, boom, boom, and I think we are like ready for the final showdown. Yeah. Alright, Nagash, my man, he is juiced up on everything. He can also have a little bit more mana, and then truly the final two fights. I could also mana bomb them a little bit, but I think that's a bit maybe unnecessary. I don't want them to like run away. Well, let's pass the turn. And what spell actually would we have gotten in this Mage Guild? Earth Elemental. That's not too interesting anyway. You can still fly. Do this, and that. And no, can we Domina also reach? Maybe we can suck out some mana from Jeddite to make the final fight a slightly bit easier. Then Jaeger, also his visiting hero. He won't be visiting for too long. Then what's the strongest guy here? I guess the Earth Elemental. Boom, boom. Okay. With Domina. That's 7 for 7, fair trade, and now Jeddite versus Nagash. Nagash will show you the power of the angels. I think the marksmen are probably gonna be targeted very soon. So I think these two will need to fly in, and so everyone else just standing here like so makes sense. I could slow them, I could shield myself, I could do some interesting magics. I think actually shielding allows me to immediately go in. And we can even double whammy with the angel here. Fantastic stuff. Oh, got paralyzed. Big poof. Let's bless everyone up. Now the dragon remains the main. Ooh. Dispelled all his mines as well. Doesn't need them. Okay, they took the bait there. 2 for 1 type of deal. Of course, the AI will always take that. Wanted to get rid of that dragon, and they did. It's amazing. And then... You fool. I can resurrect the things. Oh no, actually. My own ballista is doing some nonsense. Well, thankfully we have the cure for that. Oop. Well, I was gonna style on the opponent, but whatever. Sandals of the Saint and Glyph of Gallantry. Wait, where did the other artifact, where did the Sword of Judgment disappear? And that has been vanquished. Congratulations, all your enemies have been defeated and victory is yours. I can't believe this S-sized map took me like 3 hours and 2 attempts to do. What even is this? But yeah, the orange player. Oh boy. Starting with 2 castles. I wonder if it's easier if you roll. If you start as the... no, actually blue has the closer town in the middle. If you roll the same town as the one in the middle, can you maybe rush like a castle there? With a decent army. Maybe if you go like tower, you have plenty of like gremlins. So, Orank is a Naga Queen to celebrate the tower town in the middle, Deluge. I am gonna be very quickly though checking out in Deluge. So, this is how I started on my little peninsula. This guy over here, Jeddite, he has an artifact, a chest, a view air, also a mine guarded by level 4 troop, artillery, brick. This guy gets sandals. Well, I got a water tome. I can't believe everyone gets like 1 relic, but this guy actually starts with 1 town. But he has 2 towns of the same type. I think that's it's made it in this way. So these 2 players would have to scuffle with the different towns, and this guy would just be with this 1 single town. They have like a very, very good time here, it seems like. Anything interesting here? Nope. All the mines together. Yeah, the orange player seems kind of really ridiculously powerful here. I wanna see, this town is also like slightly built up. And in the middle, did I miss anything interesting? Well, maybe one of the chests. One of the chests could have something interesting, but maybe it's just gonna be experience. Well, we'll see. Hypnotize, and now I think the rest of the things I managed to get to first. Well, yeah. The fact that they can roll like a Helm of Heavenly Enlightenment while you can roll something that is useless. Well, actually this tome did help me a little bit, but it's still like wild how imbalanced this map could potentially be. Everyone has a gold mine, everyone has like 2 mines. These 2 players kind of have like sulfur and mercury, and this guy has gems and crystal. And then in the middle they also have, I guess, an access to another gem and another sulfur mine very, very easily. Would this have been easier as the other player, from the other player's perspective? I guess you would go for the gold mine, you would go for this fight, you would probably see what it is with the town, and then you would head back, so you would be breaking maybe like week 2, even. Into this biome, you would go, you would see these things, you would immediately see the town as well. Maybe if playing from Red's perspective is easier, like slightly easier. But yeah, Orange is like an absolute menace on this map. I think it's hard set to get like I think it's like hard set to be the same town twice, and also like Titan's Captain's Hat, Dragon Scale, and like Dragon Crown. And yeah, some of these are like, the fact that everyone gets one relic on this super small map is just crazy to me. Because what would happen the first time the guy got like Titan's Cuirass, and I cannot deal with that. But yeah, it looks like this town is always set to be a castle. So yeah, that is very, very sad for me. That is indeed very, very sad for me. I'd roll the Jeddite again. It's pretty funny. Anyway. Ooh, hey Novasol. Bro meteor showered his own ballista like it was his worst enemy. I wanted to blind their harpies, and I checked the damage range for the angel, and he doesn't have a damage range. I thought he would just hit the harpies. They have no retaliation. I could blind them. I could start resurrecting things, and then in the end I could just shoot the harpy, because by the time I would have resurrected everything, the gate would have been broken down, and I could put the archers in his face, like in his town. But no, my archangel just moraled, so it looked really stupid. Or not morale, but lucked. So yeah, the ballista's live, got lost for nothing, for no reason. The ballista is pretty interesting. It's kind of useful if you have a like high attack, like 10 attack, before your hero hits like level 10 or something. When you still have only like 2 or 3 weeks growth of army, it can do some pretty heavy lifting. Other than that, if you have like high defense stat, I think it's pretty useless. But afterwards you have to, if you don't get the artillery, you have to get rid of it. Either giving it to a secondary hero or meteor showering it like I did. But anyway, I will thank you all for watching in this fine Tuesday, and I will see you all in the next Saturday, where hopefully we'll get a map that's less, I guess, campy than this one. Or more dynamic. I like a map where I can actually move, like, around. Maybe the ones where you end up switching towns, you end up just having to camp, like the towns, for example the 2 castle towns, because they generate more army than everything else. Like in a single town, makes sense. You can merge them together, you can get a bigger army, you can develop those towns and then just win the map like I did here. But yeah, I will see you next time, and we'll see what map we get then. It's gonna be another smaller one though.